Hey everyone, welcome back to The Silver Lining here on YouTube, or welcome if you're new. I'm Sarah, and today I'm going to be taking you along as I do a full face of glam makeup using my Jordan Essentials mineral makeup. I appreciate you guys so much for being here, especially if you've been following along for this whole series that I've done during the month of May called Make-Up Mondays. If you picked up any tips or tricks throughout the month, please leave me a comment below and let me know which ones you are using. My husband and I are getting ready to go to a wedding this weekend, and so I'm gonna get myself all done up and I'm gonna take you along with me. Let's get started. So the first product that I'm going to use is the Defy Serum, and as I had mentioned before, the Defy Serum is a serum that has anti-aging benefits, and it works as a primer for my makeup, so my makeup will stay on really nicely and it will stay all night for as long as I need it to. And I know I say this every time, but make sure any excess that you have on any of your facial serums or moisturizers, you rub on the backs of your hands, because our hands are the first place to show signs of aging, so take care of your hands. So I'm actually going to start by using our color correcting quad in the light 4 colors. This color correcting quad is labeled on the lid so that it's pretty much foolproof. Everybody can use this. I think of it as a guide for what you can use these colors for. So mint is redness correcting, mauve is highlight, lavender is yellow correcting, and amber is dark circle correcting. So I have messed with this a couple of times and used it on my face, and now I kind of know where I need the colors on this color correcting palette. So I'm going to use the mint, which is a redness corrector. I'm going to use that on my fine lines. And I just dab it on, but then I do sort of rub it in a little bit. The mauve is a highlight. That's what I'm going to use it for. I go above and below my eyebrow. Also go right up the center of my face. And this can help with a little bit of a narrowing effect, and I have a round face. So anything I can do to sort of narrow my face, that's what I'm going to do. The lavender is yellow correcting, and I don't know that I have a lot of dark circles or yellowing, but I do use the lavender under my eye. Even though it's not yellow, there is some discoloration, I feel. So that is just going to help to conceal that. And then the yellow, I wouldn't say that I have a lot of dark discoloration or dark circles, but I am going to use the yellow here. Just a tiny bit on my cheeks, because I do have red or pink cheeks, so I'm just putting that on there. And this will also help to contour when I sort of get to that point in my makeup journey. So that's everything on the color correcting quad. Next, I'm going to use our Tinted Mineral Moisturizer, and I use light medium. So I use it on my Kabuki brush. As I had mentioned before, I have 2 Kabuki brushes. One is for dry and one is for liquid, or I should say powder and liquid. So that's as much as I use. I didn't mention it, but I will tell you that I used our dry shampoo on my hair before I got on camera, because oh my gosh, the dry shampoo from Jordan Essentials is so good, and we currently don't have it in our catalog, but if we ever do, you guys have to get it. It's so good. If you like a dry shampoo. It's really, really good. And it's not an aerosol, it's just a powder. And so it absorbs the oil so perfectly, and it doesn't leave my hair with like a gray powdery residue. I just love it. So now that that's all blended in with the Kabuki brush, you can see a really good blank canvas, so to speak. So next I'm going to use our two cheek tints. Merlot is the berry colored one, and blush is the pinky colored one. I'm going to use this as maybe some people would use a bronzer. So I'm going to hit these areas of my face that would be a little bit darker anyway. And when you think of a bronzer or contouring a darker color, you think of the 3 shape. And I didn't line along my ears here, but I did go down with that darker color. And then the blush, I'm actually going to use just a little bit, because then I like to go back in with our eye fix and do a little bit of highlighting. So this, I'm going to just go below what I did here for contour. And I'm also going to use this to prime my lips and prime my eyelids. Now, I will suggest this. You can use the Eye Fix Primer as a primer for your eyeshadow. I tend to use the blush cheek tint because my skin has a little bit more of a pink tint to it. So that works really good for me for a primer. If you're someone that has a darker skin tone, maybe the darker cheek tint would work, or maybe the eye fix in either light like this one or in beige might work better for you for priming. So this one I'm going to go in under my eye and in the crease here, and I'm going to hit my eyelash because it will work as a primer for my eyelashes. And I don't use fake eyelashes, just the mascara, but having that little bit of prime just gives it a little bit more stick and stay, if you will. Now, when I have a larger area that I'm trying to blend, so I love our brush duo. I use the smaller Kabuki brush and the sponge here on the side, but today, since it's a little bit larger of an area that I'm trying to blend, I'm going to use my sponge, and this is not a JE product. So you can see as it's being blended, you can tell on this side better, it's going to have this little bit of darker here, and then on the jawbone. And like I said, you can use a bronzer for this type of thing as well. So next I'm going to work on my eyes. I love doing a glam eye. It does take a little bit of time. I'm okay with that today for the wedding. So I'm going to use Smokin' Plum. It's called Sterling. It's kind of a gray. Cashmere, which is sort of a matte cream nude color. And my very favorite is Peach Ice, and this is going to have a little bit of a shimmer. So how am I going to use all these together? First, I'm going to create an even canvas. So I'm going to use just a brush that I have. It's a larger eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to go all over with that, all the way up to my eyebrow. Now here's a quick tip that I picked up not too long ago, and I've tried it a couple of times, so I'm going to see if I can get it to work with these colors that I'm going to use today. So I'm going to use this brush. This is not a Jordan Essentials brush. This is just another eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use the Sterling. So I'm just going to use a tiny bit. Our eyeshadow colors are very pigmented. So I'm going to do one line on my eye, just like that. Okay, the second one I'm gonna do is the Plum, Smokin' Plum, and this is a Jordan Essentials eyeshadow brush. So I'm gonna use that, and then I'm gonna go right in the center with this one, all the way up to the top of my eyelid. And I'm actually going to take this other brush, which I think is a concealer brush, and I've shared this tip before. I'm going to use the same Smokin' Plum and just touch that a little bit and go above my crease, which you see my natural crease. I'm going to go above there and create a faux crease for myself. And you can use any color. I just like to use the pink because then when my eye is open, that's the color that you see that'll be above my brow bone. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm gonna go maybe a little bit lighter and then be able to go back in and touch up just because I don't want it to be too dark. I'm gonna go back in with the Cashmere, which was what I did my whole base with, and just do this more center part of my eyelid and just right below my eyebrow. So now what I'm going to do is take this angled brush from Jordan Essentials, and I just want to add that all the Jordan Essentials brushes are made of synthetic fibers. They're super soft. They're not made of any kind of horsehair, human hair, or anything like that, so they will last a little bit longer. The durability is there, and like I said, they're so soft. So you could use sort of like this angled blush brush, or you could use the small Kabuki brush. I'm going to use this one because it's a little bit smaller, and what I want to do is just kind of smoosh it a little bit like that and go on my eye so you can see my eyeballs. Hopefully the lighting is okay. And I'm going to blend it out towards the corner of my eye. And when I'm blending, I kind of want to go up a little bit out here, up towards my temple. And then when I'm finished with my eye makeup, see if you can see a difference a little bit. I'm going to take this Peach Ice and the eyeshadow brush and dab right in the center, right where my eyeball is. And you can see how highlighted that makes it. And when my eye is open, you can see the highlight here on the lid and the faux crease that I created with the makeup. So now I'm going to do the other eye. I just wanted to do that so you could see the difference. The hair. There. Go back in and do the other eye real quick. So when I tell you that I have some quick tips for you, I am not kidding. I know that there are people that do so much with their eyeshadow and it looks amazing. And I've actually done sort of like an eye makeover at some of the beauty counters in the mall, and I know that they tell you exactly where to put it and step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And so this quick tip that I have come up with just doing the 3 colors on your eye, it just saves so much time and I still get that glam look on my eye. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is use my mineral makeup. This is a translucent powder with my dry Kabuki brush. And this, like I had said before, it sets everything. The other thing that it does is I'll use it here on my forehead, but then I also come under here and use it on my eyes. So it's picking up any of the little flecks of eyeshadow that may have fallen down. So then it keeps your eyes from looking sort of like that raccoony look, because if you have those flecks of the eyeshadow under your eyes, then it gives other makeup something to adhere to throughout the day or the evening. I always take this, even though I'm not setting anything on my neck, it just helps to blend everything. And like I said, take care of your hands, take care of your neck and your décolletage. This is another area that shows signs of aging. I'm gonna do mascara. I'm gonna use both of our mascaras, which you may know that I love to do. So the first one I'm gonna use is our Amplified mascara. The Amplified is lengthening. It's a little bit thinner of a formula to me, and so I really feel like it coats the eyelash. And I know I had mentioned it before, but starting not at the root of your eye, but on the shaft of your eyelash really helps to create that length. And remember, I primed my eyelashes with the eye fix, so it's sticking and staying a little bit better. Now, just as you would do 2 coats of your favorite mascara, I'm actually doing 2 coats, but I'm using 2 different mascaras. So the first one, like I said, is a little bit lengthening. It's a thinner formula. The Flawless mascara actually has tiny fibers in it, and so it really helps to volumize and takes your eyelashes to that next level. So same process, I am attaching it to the shaft and pulling up. I just poked myself in the eye a little bit. I don't know if you saw that. Real life mascara application problems. I've gotten better about not flinching when I poke myself in the eye. So then at least it doesn't get all over my cheek, because I also have these little chipmunk cheeks that come up and touch my eyelashes if they're not dry. Okay, and then hit the bottom lashes. I've probably mentioned this before, something I learned here from a makeup YouTube video that I have watched before is don't forget your bottom lashes. And I typically don't do much to the bottom of my eye, just because as you get older you don't want to accentuate any puffiness or bags or discoloration, so most of what I do to my eyes is up above my eyeball. Next is the lip color, which is one of my favorite things about Jordan Essentials is our variety of lip color. Currently, I have been using a lot of the Bravo Brown, which is new in our lookbook, but I'm going to use the Mauvelous Mauve, which for me is an everyday lip color. I just love it. It's kind of a berry purpley, but it's a matte lip color, which I love. So I'm going to use that all over. And then this fun trick is I take the pointy end of the lipstick, you know what I'm talking about, and just touch the apples of my cheeks here and rub it in nice and lightly, and it just kind of brings all the colors together on my face. So that is the finished look for the wedding today. Oh, one more thing. I do want to use a little bit of the Hint of Mint lip gloss just for that little bit of shine. Remember I said it was a matte color. So I'm just going to hit the center. Oh yeah, can you see that going on? That's pretty, and then it goes in with that center line that I had created earlier with the color correcting dots. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for being here and watching. I appreciate you so much. Like I said earlier, if you're using any of the tips and tricks with your makeup that I've been sharing with my Jordan Essentials mineral makeup this month during my Makeup Monday series, please leave me a comment and let me know which one you find the most beneficial to you. Also, if you're interested in trying out Jordan Essentials, I will have my website linked below, and if you have any questions about any of the products that I've mentioned in this video or any of them throughout the series, please reach out to me. I'm happy to help. If you like this type of content or any content that has to do with simple decisions, easy makeup, easy cleaning, tidying, organizing, anything that helps to make my life a little bit more simple and yours, be sure and hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so that you don't miss another one of my videos. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.